all the little bracelets you got there.
Yeah.
You've just been in Bali. What you up to now?
I am. What aren't I up to? Pulling myself every which way. My latest venture is doing something that is actually what I originally wanted to do, which is my own jewellery range.
Oh, fantastic!
And so in Bali, apart from having the most exquisite time with my husband and doing lots of yoga and everything, I started my collection.
Is this what you're going to be doing?
This is a little bit of it. No, this is Santos, which this is Mexican. My girlfriend imports that. But my stuff this is the most simple of my love hearts, because everything I do, my love lunch and
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. You're probably the most zen of all the Sydney celebrities that I know. I don't know.
Probably not saying much.
No. Yeah, that's probably true. But it's rare. It's rare to have combined that. Have you always been really spiritual?
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to have been brought up on a biodynamic farm, and I went to Rudolf Steiner school. Well, Rudolf Steiner is an Austrian philosopher, and he has a really unique way of thinking, anthroposophical way of thinking, and I guess it's quintessentially very hippie spiritual, and it involves a lot of art, a lot of not being competitive with other people, just within yourself. It's spiritual and religious, but not one denominational. You learn about everything. It is, I guess, really supports the individual, and it's biodynamic farming is based on Steiner, so it's like one step up from organic, basically. And so I was really, really, really so lucky that my mum had the foresight and the intuition to put me into a Steiner school, because it was the most amazing experience, and I guess instilled a lot of the beliefs that I carry. Still very much so. So when I was younger, it was like, oh, you bloody hippie, this and that. And now, thankfully, it's kind of come full circle, and
it's cool.
It's trendy. Yes, that's so cool. But yeah.
Oh, cool. And whereabouts was it?
The main, Australia? Yeah, in Australia. That was it's called Lorien Navalis, and it's out near Dural, Glenhaven. Yeah. At the time, that was country. And a big community, and we lived on a big biodynamic farm out there. It's since been subdivided, and it's red brick houses everywhere, which is just horrendous. But we also lived in a double-decker bus.
Wow.
Yes. Not a Winnebago. And
like the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
Did you sing?
Yeah, we did terribly. I can't sing shit, but yeah. We sang and we played penny whistle and we did all sorts of things. But we travelled up and down the east coast of Australia, really? Between Bellingen and Byron. And then Mum eventually settled up near Byron and still lives up there. And I came back down to Sydney to finish my HSC and go to uni.
Yeah. How do you combine, the business world and all of these factors with spiritualism? Is it hard?
No, it's not. I don't find it difficult. It's difficult to give time to yoga, to eating well, things like that. But it is such of high importance to me that it's not difficult. You just have to structure. Same as with diet. I can't eat wheat or dairy, and I don't eat meat. So that in itself can be really difficult. But if you structure it and put kind of the pre-thought and work your way around it, then it's not difficult. It's just different.
Do you find it helps with moods, and what you eat helps with your moods?
Oh my God, yeah. With moods and with energy, with well-being.
Yeah.
If I don't eat correctly, not just saying something fattening, of course, if I eat deep-fried tofu and it's fattening, it's still within what I can eat. I'm not allergic. I still feel fabulous.
Yeah.
So I have to train a bit harder. But who cares? But if I eat something that I'm allergic to, it really, knocks me around. Physically, I get bad skin, I get bloated, bags, I can't sleep, I get terrible insomnia, and therefore everything's affected,
Do you have any tricks to make yourself feel better when you those days when you wake up and it's just everything's too hard and energy is low? Yoga, yeah, definitely. Or smash it up, swimming or in the gym, or just a really good sweat. And I love hot yoga. Just helps me just put everything into place, physically, mentally, like everything. I just feel I can take on the world. Well, you've had a lot of life changes, haven't you, with everything that you've done?
Yeah.
Is there any particular one that sticks out, and how did you make that change?
Well, I think the biggest life change for me was meeting my father when I was 25. Just was the most incredible thing I could ever imagine. And it changed so much, and so much within me that I wasn't even aware that I was carrying around. You know, I guess it kind of ended the cycle for so much stuff that, and helped me just make a transition into the next whole stage of my life. And also made a difference in the partners that I chose. Things that you're just not aware. You look back in retrospect and you go, wow, that really affected me, not knowing who my blood father was. But with regards to self-made changes, other than you know, the daily, I want to be a better person, I want to do more yoga, I want to, you know, contribute to the world, you know, all the things that we do. I think pretty much a year ago, well, initially, it kind of came in a couple of stages. Pretty much 3 years ago, I was badly injured after a TV show. And it was a really difficult time for me. I couldn't train, I couldn't do yoga. I was so hurt. You know, broken ribs, messed up knee, ankle. And I was on heavy painkillers, which were morphine-based, which...
Toxic.
I don't even take painkillers usually, you know, so painkillers, morphine, just got heavily depressed. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? There's something wrong with this picture. Give me the bigger picture. And I kind of wrote down with my beautiful man, and then again with my sister, and then with Ursh, my manager, what I actually wanted to do. And at that stage, I was still fearful to do all of the things I wanted to do, because I'd only have done modelling and acting. I'd never done another job, and that's all I've ever been trained in, you know, and I was kind of, I guess, fearful of making the next step, even though I knew in my heart of hearts I wanted to do more. Even though I'm grateful for modelling, it's been amazing, it's just never been my passion. And I've never utilised all my capabilities to the best that I can in this profession. So first on that list 3 years ago was designing lingerie, because I love to paint. I love beautiful things. I love to design, I like to paint, I like to sculpt, I like to create. And I've obviously done lingerie modelling, and clearly I'm not petite in the breast department. So I thought, you can't find a bra that I want to wear in my size. I'm an 8E. I'm going to make my own. And that was one step. Then another couple of years, just, you know, I'm not even going to go into it, but very difficult time. Not seeing, just people not quite, just didn't work out. And then again, I was doing films, and I get really, really anxious when I act and when I do modelling. I get self-critical. Am I good enough? Am I going to be judged? Am I going to do, you know, I'm just basically, I don't feel like I'm good enough. And why am I beating myself up all the time? Like, it's just an awful way to feel and be, is to be continuously self-critical and you know, knocking yourself about, kind of in that sense. So I went away. 2 films got cancelled for different reasons. The lingerie I couldn't go ahead with because I was really, really, really adamant that it had to be organic, and I had to have my true essence in it, in the sense of what I stand for, no sweatshop labour, you know, etc., etc. And clearly it's not the most financially viable tactic, the way I go about things, but I couldn't not do it like that. So we had to go our separate ways, and I was basically left at this rock bottom of like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do? I'm not trained in anything. I don't really want to model anymore. I feel empty. I just can't do, I want to do commercial TV for the sake of money. I don't want to do reality TV for the sake of mortgage. I want to do purposeful, what I'm good at, what I can get up and work 18 hours a day and not care if I don't make a cent, that I love, and I can help people.